Contrasting looks, Elvis of Old versus Elvis of New for March 2026 Weekend Wednesday Musing. As here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, contrast the look of Elvis of Old versus Elvis of New as part of a Weekend Wednesday Musing this Weekend Wednesday for March 2026. And so I'm going to contrast the looks on 4 different things. So favorite color, favorite, or not 4, sorry, 3 different things. Favorite color, favorite pattern, and physique. So this is kind of the the Elvis of Old. You can think of 2026 film epic, EPIC, capital letters and I, lowercase letter, Elvis Presley in concert, 2026 film. It's kind of the Elvis of Old, and then the Elvis of New being like 2022 film Elvis. And so, yes, some of them are the same outfits, but the technology has changed, and there's the man who wears the clothes being portrayed through that new technology. And so there's physique in kind of in terms of what I've seen. Do I have a preference in the looks in terms of physique, and then also like colors and patterns? And so those were what I could come up with. I was like, well, I want the Elvis that keeps me, my Elvis Presley, me as Tanis Presley, I want the Elvis Presley that keeps me frisky for life, I'm always frisky for my banana man. There we go. He's branching out to other flavors though, too. So there we go. All right, so category 1, favorite color. On Elvis of Old, my favorite color for Elvis of Old is an orange red. So like a base of red with kind of an orange tint. So kind of like, not a sunset red, because that kind of leans too much towards the orange, but like an orange red. So it's a really warm kind of red, as opposed to like some reds are really just bold red or kind of like attention grabbing. This is more of a warm red, kind of a welcoming red. And then for Elvis of New, my favorite color is a light / pale blue, kind of a grayish blue, which I think I've called previously on this channel baby girl blue. It's also because he's my baby Tachyon Tornado Presley, a baby girl. So I've talked about that. We've talked about that. I've talked about that before. So there we go. That's favorite color. Favorite pattern. So growing up, I think the correct term was paisley. So my favorite pattern for Elvis of Old is paisley. Modern day terminology I've developed through life, I might call it modern day terminology. I would describe this as looks like fractals. It's the like flowery patterns on like silk. I think paisley has a nuance. I like looked up in the 1950s dictionary we have, and it was like, it referred to wool, and I was like, it kind of has like, it's not floral, but it's like a windy pattern. It's kind of ornate. So I was paisley is the term that I was familiar with growing up, if that helps whatsoever. It's like fractals meets plants, but like a repeated and ornate pattern. So I like that on Elvis of Old. And then Elvis of New, and I've brought this one up before as well, lace. And he really wears lace quite well in more than one color. And yeah, I've talked about that a fair amount. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I didn't include all of the videos in my residency with my Elvis playlist. I didn't include all of the videos. It's kind of some of the videos, because I'm contrasting this with Elvis of Old, since I've talked a lot about the 2022 film Elvis. There's a little, and I've covered a lot of stuff from that. As I'm trying to provide a balanced take on his looks. We got to decide on which banana man keeps me frisky, so to speak. All right. And the category 3 of 3, physique. Elvis of Old, I like him moderate slim with higher body fat. And Elvis of New, moderate slender with moderate higher body fat. I really like the, I've seen a 2026 film epic Elvis Presley in concert in a movie theater 3 times in opening week, and I was like, he is such a good looking man. It's just, I realize there are people who want men with like 2% body fat, and I'm not that person whatsoever. I was like, I don't want that man. So, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So, yeah. He's so good looking. That's how I feel like about that. So I suppose I love both. He's a man where I love Elvis of Old and Elvis of New. I would say there's a certain just maybe frisky bliss that comes with Elvis of Old, however. So that's Contrasting Looks, Elvis of Old versus Elvis of New for March 2026 Weekend Wednesday Musing.